Hey everybody, Logan here. This is a video so many of you have been waiting for, and I've been waiting for this controller since I made the original announcement video, and I ordered purple. Amazon sent me black. But hey, it's the Ultimate 2 wireless controller by 8BitDo for PC. Now, like I said, I ordered the purple and I was hoping for the purple. I waited for the purple and I got black. That's what the box says. It says it here. Maybe it's still purple in the box, right? C'est la vie, right? Such is life. I'm not going to return it because I still want this bad boy, because this is truly the ultimate controller. According to, the specs and everything on paper, it's got to be good. So we're going to unbox it, compare it with the previous Ultimate, and test it out. Here we go. Like I said, this was supposed to be purple. This was supposed to be purple. Does that look like purple to you? No, it's black. But hey, Ultimate 2 wireless controller for Windows and Android, 2.4 gigahertz Bluetooth, and USB. USB? Yeah, USB. Okay. Hall effect sticks, of course. And then you look at the back. Wow, that just doesn't say much. If I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to have TMR. These are supposed to have TMR sticks. Why does it say Hall? Maybe it's just the branding they use? This is supposed to be TMR. Well, let's open it up. So it is black. That's definitely not purple. That couldn't be further from purple. Or is it so purple it's black? No, it's not. That's a little sad because that's not the one I ordered. I definitely wanted purple. I ordered purple specifically for a reason, but I know how Amazon works. If I said, "Hey, I got the wrong color," they're gonna be like, "Oh, send it back," and then we'll send you the new one, and it'll be another month. So I'm like, such is life, and I will probably drop a review on Amazon saying, "Hey, they sent me the wrong color. I wanted purple. They sent me black." But okay, let's get past that. Membrane. TMR sticks. That's supposed to be TMR. I'm not sure why the box listed it as Hall. Maybe that's just their branding, like I stated. But you do have those anti-friction rings are really nice. You have the metal on the sticks to keep it super smooth. So you have your programmable claw buttons on the top, LB and RB, right bumper and left bumper, left trigger and right trigger, Type C, sync button. If you turn on the back, you still have your programmable flappy paddles and trigger locks. Those are nice trigger locks. Ooh, really nice. I've always loved this controller. That D-pad. It feels like they really improved the D-pad, but I have the Ultimate by me, and we're gonna compare it momentarily. This has Bluetooth and 2.4 with the charging stand, and this is the charging stand. It looks as if it has not changed. Yeah, it's the same one from my previous Ultimate, but that's the black charging stand. Nothing fancy. Does it still have the dongle in the bottom? Yes, it does. So there we go. What else do we have in here? Little paper that says how to pair it. Okay. So you got Windows and Android pairing instructions. Very simple, not one of those big books. But there you go. With your PC, just use dongle, press home to play. And that's what we're going to test it on. And then you have your Type C. And look, no purple controller. Okay, that bothers me. Here is the original Ultimate. Now this Ultimate is the one for Switch. I do not have the one for PC. What I have for PC is the Ultimate C and the Ultimate 2C. This D-pad, the new D-pad, softer. It feels much lighter. Yeah, it's a softer D-pad. Buttons are less noisy. Better triggers. And bumpers. Oh, even the full press feels nicer. And if you look on the back, you don't have, well, trigger locks. You still got the same flappy paddles. Otherwise, the body is still the same. But on the original, you don't have the claw buttons. So here you have two different sets for 4 programmable buttons. There we go. 2 here, 2 here. I'm one of those people that are in the camp of, if you're going to have programmable buttons, 4 back here, not a fan. Bring the 2 up here. People, I've seen it no matter what. It doesn't matter if they have these here or not. If there's not 4 back here, they're like, it's garbage, it's crap, it's me. No, I'm like, you know what? You have your 4, just 2 more up here. And the way this controller is built, it is the most comfortable when it comes to hitting these extra buttons, because they're like just kind of like crammed right in there, but in a good way. And then these are elongated compared to the previous ones, so they're situated just nicely, and the controller's got that good shape, so if you have larger hands or smaller hands, it's still going to be comfortable. But for me, who has larger hands, I can rest my fingers on top and then just roll across. So comfortable. And this is just fantastic. The sticks are great. I really like that. It's got that Xbox layout, so ABXY. We will be testing this using the Xbox app on PC, of course. And let's see what we got. There's your fire rings. Wee, wee, wee. Okay, that's enough of that. But this controller is extremely promising. And with 1000 hertz and TMR sticks, and it's $50 with a charge dock. That's hard to beat these days. So, you know what we have to do? We have to test it for latency first, and then we're going to play a game and just see how it feels, because all the fanciness, it doesn't matter what's under the hood if the performance ain't there. And if it doesn't feel good when you're playing a game, who cares about the specs? Nobody. It needs to feel good. But that's the thing, 8BitDo has never failed me on gameplay feel with this controller, with any of their controllers. I really do love the feel. I'm glad they didn't diverge from their classic design. All their controllers have that same body, which is great. They've just added the extra functionality, and I think this is fantastic. They did reposition the buttons. Okay, that's because you got the plus and minus. Now that's funny. Plus and minus, even though this is not a Switch controller. They still left the plus and minus instead of the menu buttons like you would have on Xbox. And you still have the screenshot button that you would have on a Switch. How about that? That makes me think. I really wonder if we're going to be seeing one of these for the Switch 2. Because that's a Switch layout if I've ever seen one right here. All you have to do is swap the ABXY for BAYX. No menu buttons, only plus or minus. That's interesting that they decided to go that route. And the other versions for the Xbox had it. I don't know why they would go with that for PC. But, hey, right? That's interesting. Makes you think. I'm just going down a rabbit hole, putting my tinfoil hat on, speculating for the best possible Switch 2 Pro controller, because you know me, I'm gonna be playing that Switch 2, and I need me a solid Pro controller. And if 8BitDo's got it in the works using this frame, that's gonna be hard to beat. Okay, I've rambled on long enough on this part. We've covered everything we need to. Let's get to the testing. Had a little hiccup there. It looks like the recording software did not like my microphone at the time, but at least you can see the test in the time-lapse portion. Now, if we look at all the buttons, we'll take a look at A, B, X, and Y first. You're looking at around 30 some odd presses to 43, just because I did a little extra in the previous segment that had to be chopped. But you're looking at around 2.7 to 3 millisecond average latency, with a minimum latency of 0.5 to 0.7. Max latency, yeah, that's pretty high, but you're not really going to be hitting that. You're usually going to be hitting around that. It looks like most likely around 2.8-ish, 2.9 millisecond for your face buttons. Now, the bumper buttons, you're looking at about 2.4 to 2.8 on average, so not bad. I guess I would say that would be about a 2.6, which is solid. The triggers are very interesting, because if we look at the right trigger and then the left trigger is a little higher than the right. Why? Because, yeah, the latency is a bit higher here. I had the trigger locks on the left, but no trigger locks on the right. That was rather interesting. Start and menu buttons are here, plus and minus. You're looking at a rather low latency, but 2.4 to 2.7, not too shabby. Stick press is very low, 2.3 to 2.8, which is a solid one. And it's kind of interesting, if you look at the D-pad here, we've got 2.4 milliseconds on up, while the down, left, and rights were slightly bit higher. So this is going to be really good still, but you definitely want that low latency if you're going to be playing fighting games. I know most people play fighting games on console, but there are a few people out there that still play games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Guilty Gear and whatnot on their PC. So hey, there you go. Solid controller. Now let's get into the gameplay. One thing you will notice, I do have the controller plugged in wired now, because it was actually dying during testing and I wasn't realizing it. There was a little red light up here, so I had to plug it in to finish the test. All right. Switching on trigger locks. That's actually a pretty big difference between the trigger lock and the regular pull. Takes a bit of getting used to on this one. Some controllers, I've noticed, it doesn't take much of a getting used to when you're adjusting from regular pull to trigger lock. That one's just a little bit, but smooth as the day is butter. No? Okay, but smooth as butter right there. I like the fire rings. I like the anti-friction rings. The 1000 hertz is always a plus. It's got TMR sticks. Let's see. Nothing's pre-mapped, so you do want to pre-map those. Nothing. So you can map those using the 8BitDo app or using the programmability. I suggest the app because it's always the easiest. You can download it on your PC. Now, if you have Xbox, remember this is not Xbox compatible. So even if you try to plug it in and use the app there, it does not work. This is for PC and Android. The controller feels great. This is a fantastic controller all the way around. Just like testing the previous Type C, the 2C, sorry, this is a fantastic controller. This is probably the best you can get in terms of functionality, performance, and what it offers. Because you get that charging dock, you get TMR sticks, you get 1000 hertz, you get 4 programmable back buttons, 2 being on the top. I guess you consider it the back because, well, it's not technically on the front half of the controller. But you get the 2 back here, you get the trigger locks, you get membrane buttons, and yeah, I know there are people that say, oh, but it's not mechanical. I think this is a solid option not being mechanical. This is the way I would choose. There are a lot of great controllers out there, but this is definitely by far one of my favorites. If I am playing on PC, it's going to be hard to choose something that isn't this, but there are a lot of great ones out there, like the GameSir Cyclone 2, the Blitz 2 from Big 1, and well, there's just plenty of great controllers out there. So you have plenty of options with TMR sticks, just like this one. And yeah, 1000 Hertz is great, and it has pretty much every function anybody could want, and a very good price point. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, and yes, if you're wondering, my controller is dying. So that's funny. You should definitely charge it before you do it, because now it just put it into charge mode. So let me unplug it, plug it here. Let's do that. Plug it in for the end of this video and sit it on the dock. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless you all. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.